Alright, so I already tried to record this once and my recording corrupted. So,
Let's do it again!
Okay!
first match of Wrestlemania Night 1 is Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I think Jade Cargill is gonna pick up the win. Unless they plan on making the feud go on longer. I'm gonna say Jade's gonna win and put it to bed. But if the feud does continue, then it's probably gonna be Naomi winning with some heel underhanded tactics. But I'm gonna go with Jade as my official pick, because I think that's the end of the story. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. If they wanted to put over El Grande Americano or Chad Gable, then they might have him beat Rey. But I'm not sure that's the case here. So I'm gonna go with Rey. I think Rey's gonna beat El Grande Americano. For the United States Championship, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. I think LA Knight's gonna pick up the win because LA Knight, he does get over with the crowd. And I don't know if Jacob Fatu, they're quite ready to put the belt on him yet. Because he's still I think he's still undefeated. Or not undefeated, but he hasn't been pinned, so basically undefeated. So if they put the title on him, then it could make it a bigger accomplishment for whoever wins, but who knows if WWE's ready to make that call yet. But I'm going to go with LA Knight, because I don't know if they're going to say Jacob Fatu's the right call just yet. The War Raiders and the New Day. I think the New Day are going to win just because of the heel turn. I know that's not like a guarantee that they'll win, but I think to really cement the heel turn, they're probably going to have the titles come back to them at some point. And now's probably a good time to do it. So I'm going to say that the New Day pick up the win against the War Raiders. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair now. Now, everybody's been wondering who's going to win this ever since that scathing back and forth of 0-3 for marriages with the divorces.
When I beat you, you're gonna be just like you are outside of the ring. Alone. Damn! What is that record? 0-3? Woo!
Or that Charlotte Flair summoning her inner Conor McGregor talking about Ludwig Kaiser's in her DMs.
Is that why Kaiser's in my DMs?
Your wife is in me DMs, hey baby, hit me back on my chat here later on.
The feud's been crazy. I would like to think that Tiffany's gonna win because she's the new up-and-comer. She just won the title with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and her reign hasn't been super long yet. Hasn't been too long. And it would be a good win on her resume to walk out as women's champion after she walked in as women's champion over a 10-time champion in Charlotte. I'm not sure how many times Charlotte's won the title, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 10 times at this point. So I want to say Tiffany Stratton. I'm going to go with Tiffany and go with my gut. But they could pivot and go with Charlotte, because Charlotte is reliable regardless of what people say about her on the mic and how they feel about her. She is a good in-ring worker, and she can carry the title as much as people want to deny her of that. She can. But I think Tiffany's going to take it. I want Tiffany to win and be the new up-and-comer with the title. Gunther versus Jey Uso. I think Gunther's going to win. I don't think Jey Uso's got it. I mean, he's over with the crowd, so they could do it. But I don't know. Something's just telling me that they're not going to do it. Something's just telling me they're not going to do it with Jey Uso. They're not going to have him beat Gunther. They could, though. I was wrong last year. They did have Sami Zayn beat him for the Intercontinental Championship. And I was wrong about that. So I could be wrong about this one, too. But I don't know. I don't know if this Jay slipping and fumbling storyline and missing the jump over the top rope and everything, like he's Flop Dollar. I don't know if that's enough to get him over with the championship win over Gunther. Maybe he has it to where he loses, he slips up again against Gunther at Mania, and then they have a rematch later down the line and he wins. But I think Gunther's going to win this one and retain. And the main event for WrestleMania Night 1, the triple threat match between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. I think CM Punk's going to win the triple threat match in the main event. I think Punk gets what he always wanted, and he gets his main event win at WrestleMania. Because not only does it make sense in that perspective, I think it makes sense in the fact that he's going to have the advantage for having Paul Heyman in his corner. That's going to be a distraction to Roman. And I think that Seth and Roman are going to cancel each other out and cost each other the match, kind of like they did at Royal Rumble. And I think CM Punk will prevail and capitalize off of that. But I could be wrong, because Seth and Roman both did take an L at last year's WrestleMania. So, who knows? It could pull the swerve and have one of them win, because it wouldn't be too out of bounds for them to win. And they both lost last year, so it would make sense for one of them to win this year. But Punk also didn't fight at last year's Mania. I'm pretty sure he was out with the injury, and he just cost McIntyre the world title. Yeah, I think CM Punk wins the triple threat between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, and he wins main event, night 1. Now, WrestleMania night 2, the first match we got is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. And I can tell you right off the rip, I'm voting for AJ Styles. AJ Styles for the win, boy. Get him up out of here. Second match of WrestleMania Night 2 is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I don't know if Priest is going to get the edge on McIntyre. They did have the car spot, but I don't know if that's enough to get him the edge over McIntyre. And I think McIntyre is probably going to get the win over Priest, if I had to guess. So I'm going to go with McIntyre. The Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way, Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Finn Balor. I'm going to have to go with Braun Breaker. I like him as champion, and he's been doing crazy stuff, spearing the mess out of ISO Speed. He speared the mess out of Carlito. He been going crazy. So I'm going to go with Carlito. Or not Carlito. Not Carlito. But I'm going to go with Braun Breaker. Not only that, though, I feel like it may be a little too soon for Penta to win. And between Dominic and Finn Balor, I think that's going to be some inner Judgment Day turmoil. And they're going to cancel each other out. So I think Braun Breaker is going to win and retain the Intercontinental Championship. Now the fourth match, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to root for Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I think they're going to win. So I think Bayley and Lyra will become the new women's tag team champions. Women's WWE Championship Triple Threat. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. I don't think Bianca's going to win. I think she was just kind of thrown in the mix to spice it up. And I don't know if they're going to have Io drop the title back to Rhea so soon, after she just won it not too long ago. So I'm going to go with Io. I think Io is going to retain. The main event, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. I think John Cena takes it, people. I think John Cena gets a lucky number 17. I think he's going to win his 17th World Championship. I think the Cody crybabies, the Cody fans, everybody on Cody's side, you're just going to have to bite the bullet. Cody had a nice long reign. He had a year. And now it's time. It's John Cena's time. Cody's time is finally up. And John's time is finally now. I also think that because Cody has been getting the upper hand on the past few weeks, he called John a bitch and to his face one week. And then he got the crossroads on him the next. Seems like the only time I've seen as of late that John's got the upper hand was when he initially turned heel. So I think John is gonna win. I think they're trying to build it up to where people think Cody could retain, but Cody's gonna lose. There's no way the heel turn goes to waste. John Cena's last WrestleMania will be a dub, and he'll walk out the 17-time world champion. But one thing I do hope happens in the match. I hope Travis Scott finally gets punched in his mouth by Cody Rhodes. That's gonna do it for this one, homies. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, and follow me on all the socials at HistoricJK47. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
I got the sauce, you could just soak in it. I got the sweet aromatic with dope in it. My paint is so wet, it's so clean, put some soap in it. I went in Gucci, and I'm closing it. I went in Louis, and I'm closing it. You went in Prada, and you stole from me.
Okay, she give me the pussy, I float in it.
Okay, she do not like root beer, got coke in it. Okay, her skin is so smooth, cause she lotion it. Rock boom, little bitch, I'm toting it. Pikachu, Boba.